AWS Loft Talks.
My name is Yoni Benser. I'm the head of engineering for our developer network. So what I'm going to talk about today is deep linking. What is it? And primarily, why do you guys even care? Why is deep linking the talk of the talk? Why is Google? Why is Facebook, Twitter, URX, Quixie? Why are we taking a look at this technology? The first thing I'm going to cover is the web. Right now, what Google's doing with their search engine, what Yahoo's doing with theirs, is they're going to go through the internet, they're going to crawl all your data, they're going to index it, and they're going to provide it in a nice search experience. And the reason why that really works is primarily because of a URL. I can go onto the web, I can type in this URL, and I can get right to that information that I need. I don't need to go to Yelp.com, go to their search page, type in what I'm looking for, go through a bunch of navigational icons, and then finally get to that restaurant that I'm actually looking for. What Yelp is providing is that content, not that search system. So when you take a look at what Google's doing, they're giving you the ability to actually get to that content directly. And that's great for the web, but it doesn't exist in mobile, which is a big problem. So if you take a look at mobile, what it used to be without deep linking, you used to have to go, download the application, type into that specific Yelp experience. I want to go to this restaurant. I have to go through so many different pages till I finally get to the content that I'm looking for. All I'm simply looking is for a review of this restaurant that I'm standing in front of, and it simply takes me too long. If you take a look at, the categorizations of, all these different states, you have the app launcher, and that's standard in all Android devices. And then you get to that home state, and that home state is, that entrance to the application. What's missing is the deep states of this application. No user can get to that deep state directly and get to the content that they need. So this is where deep linking comes in. What deep linking really is it's a link. It's a link that takes you right into the part of the application that you're looking for. That's great, but why do you guys care? This is where we really kind of get down into the meat of what deep linking is really meant for, and it really cuts down into three major things. One, it's a great mobile experience, and we're going to give a few examples of what you can actually do with deep linking that normally would take quite a bit of an engineering feat to actually complete. The second component, engagement and growth. That is huge. Being able for a developer who's just starting out to be able to have that engagement and that growth will mean success for your application. And then lastly, retention. Retention is a major component of being able to create a successful application. The first thing is user experience. And this is really just the icing of the cake here. Quickly navigating to commonly used features. We all know that as a bookmarking feature on our mobile or on our web browsers, but creating that same feature within your mobile application, typically hard. But with deep linking, where you're simply saying, hey, just take this person directly to this place, and having the user being able to save that part of the state for later use, it's very key. The Android back button. When I'm on my email, I have a friend who's able to send me information for a particular state of an application. My main feature that I'm looking for is my email. It's not really that application. I'm merely doing that as a secondary task. Providing a back button capability, which Android already offers with deep linking, it means that I can continue to do a seamless user experience that you normally wouldn't get. Lastly, a key component to this, sharing. Everybody nowadays, all the millennium kids, they all share. They all share on Facebook, they share on Twitter, everything. And what deep linking is going to offer is the ability to actually share all your deep states of your application, not just your application as a whole, but actually to the specific content that you're going to be offering. And that's where it's going to get us into engagement and growth. That's where you guys are going to be able to really bump up that user engagement, being able to allow the user to get to the content that they need, complete the action that they want to complete, and then not have to go away to another application simply because they didn't get the user experience that they were looking for. One of the main things that we're going to be looking for here is ad campaigns. So when you take a look at Facebook, what they're going to be offering and what Quixie will be offering as well is really that ability to start creating ad campaigns, not for just your application, but for specific parts of your application that you're looking for. For example, if I'm, say, Angry Birds, and I launch new levels for my Angry Birds game, I don't need to advertise my app anymore. I can actually advertise those new levels. Take those users that are just looking to play Angry Birds and take them straight into that level rather than to just go into the application and then hope that they're going to get to the right spot that I actually intended that ad campaign to actually do. You get into retention, which is really a key component here. In this case, most of the applications that get launched on the App Store get opened up and get closed almost immediately. You get no retention almost. And the main reason for that is primarily because users are not getting the information that they need immediately, and they're simply going to walk away. So what we've noticed is, as you can see in this graph, most applications are open 10 times or fewer. They don't stay. And what deep linking is going to offer is actually the ability for users to stay within your application simply because they're getting immediate results rather than getting that delayed results.
AWS Loft Talks.